Welcome. We're going to be doing a short video today on some variations of table and lunge pose. I'm offering these to you yogis because we are going to be doing them in class, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to check them out before class, and then if you found that they were beneficial and enjoyed doing them, you'll have this video so that you can continue to practice them after class. So let's begin. So we're going to begin in table pose. If you have knee issues, please place a blanket under your knees, or you can also fold up your mat so you get more cushion for your knees. So I have a blanket under my knees, and we're going to come down into table. So place your hands directly underneath your shoulders and place your knees directly underneath your hips. Flatten out your back, flatten out the tops of your feet. Spine is neutral, head is neutral. Weight is on the palms and fingers more than the wrists. Arms are straight but not locked. Shoulder blades are reaching towards the spine, so the shoulders are rolled back. So let's begin. In cat-cow, we're going to exhale up into a C-curve. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, cow. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. One more time, exhale up, belly button up, pressing towards the spine, head and neck loose and low. Back to neutral. Okay, so let's take it back into a child pose briefly. So we're going to drop the hips back to the heels and relax the hands down by your head. Take some breaths here, and if you can, keep reaching out with your arms. Stretch out those shoulders. And take some breaths. Let the spine release. And then let's come back up into table. And we're going to do a few more cat-cows here. So we're going to exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And this time, instead of lowering, we're going to take the hips back to the heels into child pose. Drop the forearms down onto the mat, and then we're going to sweep the chest through the hands, sort of scraping it along the mat. Press into the palms and come up into a cow, and then back to table. So that was a little bit of a flow through cat-cow with the child pose in between. So let's try that again. We're going to inhale and then exhale up. Take the hips back to the heels, drop the forearms down onto the mat, sweep the chest through the hands, lift up into cow, back to table. So we're going to flow now. We're going to exhale up, take the hips back to the heels, drop the forearms down, sweep the chest through, and come up. And continue doing that at your own speed. Watching the alignment, building some flexibility in the hips, arms, shoulders. One more time, cow, cat, child, sweep the chest through, cow, and back up to table. Excellent. So now let's come up onto our knees. Check your alignment. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Press into those shins. Check that your hips are level. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the chin. Lift the heart slightly. Drop the arms down by the sides. Take a few breaths here. feel the steadiness and ease in your body, pressing into those legs from the knees down to the toes, lifting the torso off the hips, lowering the shoulders. We're going to move on into a lunge series here, and I'm going to demonstrate my full range of motion with my left leg forward, and then I'm going to do some modifications when the right leg is forward because I have needed modifications on the right leg, so it'll be a good opportunity. Again, use your towel or blanket under your knees because we are doing a lot of pressure on the knees in this pose. So the first thing we're going to do is, after we've checked that our body is level, is we're going to sweep the left leg forward and come to your level of comfort. So you can just have your leg at a right angle here, or you can bring your lower leg a little more forward, drop down that left hip, bring it forward a little bit, and then press forward into that left leg, stretching out that right front of the hip there. Keep the shoulders back, keep the chest lifted, place your hands on the left hip, keep the chin tucked, roll the shoulders back, and just stay here for a moment and feel the distribution of weight on your front foot, on your back shin and back foot. Keep the back lower leg straight, don't let it bow in or out. Take some breaths. Feel where the pose is easeful in your body and where there might be some tension. And just notice what's going on. And we're really strengthening the left leg here by pressing into that foot, pressing it off the mat slightly. So if you're comfortable here, you can lift your arms up, keeping the shoulders roll back. Sweep the chest up. Breathe. Now we're going to do a little bit of a variation. We're going to open the pose towards the back leg. And then we're going to switch it up and open it in the other direction. So again, twisting around. Check the shoulders low, chin tucked. Then come back to center and bring the hands down around the front foot. If your arms don't reach, if you have blocks, you can rest your hands on blocks here. Relax the head and neck. And then we're going to straighten out that front leg, drop the body back towards the right heel, and then straighten out that leg and lift up the toes, getting a nice stretch in the hamstring and calf of the left leg. Also a good strengthening of the quad in the other leg. And let's do that a little bit in a flow now. So we're going to come forward into the lunge, back into the half split. We'll do that a couple more times. Breathe in, forward. Exhale, back. Breathe in, forward. Exhale, back, and we'll do one more. Breathe in, forward. Exhale, back. Come back to center. Bring the left leg back to meet the right leg and drop your hips back to your heels in child pose. If your head doesn't quite reach the mat, you can always make fists out of your hands and drop your forehead onto your fists. Or you can place a block there and rest your head on a block or a pillow. You can also open up your knees, lower your torso down a little more between your knees. Whatever variation you like. And then once you're in the child's pose, just let the hips, shoulders, head, and hands completely relax. And take some deep cleansing breaths. Let everything go. Take one more breath. And then inhale back up to standing on your knees. We're going to do the right side now. And again, as I said, I'm going to do some modifications here because I do have some instability since I have no muscles in my left hamstring. So I am going to use the wall here. And this is perfectly legitimate. When you start yoga, props are very good to help you find alignment and build body awareness. So I'm going to rest my left hand on the wall as I sweep my right leg forward, check my alignment with my hips, that my hips are level. You notice I didn't bring the bottom of my leg out quite as far on this side because I don't have the stability. Find my balance here, and then stretch that front of that left hip out. Breathing, relaxing the shoulders, keeping the chest lifted, chin tucked, tailbone slightly tucked too. Pressing into that front foot and the shin of the back leg, the top of the foot and the back leg, and sweep the arms up. Lift the heart, roll the shoulders back, breathe. Stay here if you like. We're going to open the pose again. We're going to open it towards the back leg on this side. And then we're going to open it in the other direction. See, I might have to check on the wall here a few times. Listen to your body. And then come back to center. Place the hands down by the front foot. And then gradually start straightening out that front leg. Lifting the toes, stretching out through the heel. Feeling a good stretch in the hamstring. Listening to your body, what it needs, what it wants, what it can do. Just pushing it just slightly. And we'll do a little bit of a flow here through that. So we're going to come forward into the lunge and back into the stretch. And forward into the lunge and back into the stretch. And forward into the lunge and back into the stretch. And then we're going to take that foot back to meet the other one and end in child's pose. Wide-legged, straight-legged, using props or not, just let your body melt down onto the mat and release. Let go. Full breaths. Soaking up the benefits of the vinyasa flow practice we did. And stay here as long as you like.